We're also missing an RGM, everyone, so if you could find it, that would be great. If you do find it, leave it down in the comments where you found it at, because, you know, it really helps out, because sometimes it just goes missing in the game. So if you guys find it, that would be great. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 2v2 on the map. What is this map again? Oh right, Minsk Pocket. Anyway, this 2v2 action is brought to you by one of these four people, which include American, a Brit, an OKW, and a Austere. They include Gadukaz, Montanus. I'll call you Montan and Gadukaz. I can say Gadukaz is a really cool name. Maybe it's not. Anyway, Summons, Judix, and Waits. They are easy names as well. If you want some replays, submit to greyshotproductions at gmail.com, and I'll gladly take a look. But otherwise, let's get into this 2v2. Oh, but real quick, also Discord and Patreon links down below if you want to join the Discord and see other people in the community, and or if you want to support me further. Either way. Any case, let's see. British have already gone Royal Engineers, so nice set. AVRE, which we've seen used very effectively in some recent replays. Meanwhile, we got Waits going Strategic Reserve, already deploying Assault Grenadiers. Could be very effective if can overwhelm and ambush some of these riflemen that are pushed up. British forces have already, unfortunately, been pressed by Sturmtigers and Volks, and are driven back. Universal Carrier doing what it can, but it's firing at a unit that's in cover. It probably would do better if it fires at a unit that is out of cover, so it can do a little more damage. Anyway, we also got Summus going with a Elite Armor Doctrine. Could be good for the likes of a Panther for artillery support, any sort of armor for additional anti-armor support, and of course the Sturmtiger for anti-infantry support. Really one of my favorite OKW doctrines. But I'm curious if we can get Sturmtiger versus a Churchill, which makes what? We have a Tiger Ace. Is there going to be a Pershing maybe? No, we're not going to have Pershing. We're probably going to have Calliopes, so someone's going to be happy. Lots of rockets going through the air. Anyway, Pioneers going for the fuel, but Riflemen are going to make a quick work of that. Oh my god, Assault Grenadier is going to easily knock out that unit. Meanwhile, Riflemen pushing on in. Yeah, they're going to quickly stomp a good retreat. At least he's not waiting for just being like, I'm going to take the point or decap it and lose the unit. No, he's just like, I'm not going to lose manpower. I'm going to pull back. Not a bad idea. Anyway, British forces are doing what they can, and it looks like with the Universal Carrier at least putting pressure on this. Remember, he can't do any upgrades yet because he needs to upgrade his base. So until he gets that operational, don't expect a flamethrower or MG at least really targeting the enemy. More Assault Grenadiers. This could be a big issue for him if the allies do bring up some sort of armor, because he has no AT or any AT support like a Panzerfaust he can deploy with Assault Grenadiers. Very good close range, but they lack the sort of hard-hitting fire that can really stop let's say a T-34 or Sherman in its tracks. But like counter to like a Panzer Grenadier with Panzer Tracks or a Panzerfaust from a Grenadier squad. But they're still very good against infantry, which is why I just point out that, because, well, let's see what the American's going. The American is upgrading, I assume. Yep, he's going for Captain, which he might go for half-track, but otherwise the other two options aren't armor-based, so he might be in the clear. British forces, though, seem to be making a little bit more headway. They have all infantry section, and they are slowly pressing. AT gun is ready and waiting, but unfortunately he's sending in the wrong unit to really go fight that. So, bad day, bad day, bad day indeed. And he's going to retreat. Meanwhile, again, at the very least, the Germans can control a lot of key capture points, though. Good job on the Allies for grabbing double munitions along the side, though, again, the Axis will have double fuel, which is not helpful, especially if they're trying to rush for armor. Speaking of which, we have yet to see a base by Sumas, but we could see either a medical, I'm assuming close by, or he might deploy a mechanized a little farther in, probably behind the brush, so he's not, you know, annihilated. Captain is moving on up with an upgrade being developed, and American forces all grouped in together are definitely pushing back the Assault Grenadiers. Finally a flamethrower on the field, and the AMG, while really well placed, because again it covers a huge section, and with the infantry in front would be fantastic. Unfortunately being burned alive by the Wasp, so fantastic work there at neutralizing that threat, and actually free MG possibly for the American force. What, Gaduka's, oh my god, that could be a nice little welcome surprise. Oh god, there's so many men dying. Grenades being thrown. He almost gets a squad wipe, but one model is outside the blast area of those that bundle of grenades. He does manage to save the MG. If he can get it out, that would be a nice win. If he... Yeah, he'll get it out. All right. That could have been a nice steal for the Americans, but they didn't push on it. Very interesting indeed. Meanwhile, Germans are reconnecting the VP on right. They're getting, the Allies are getting back their fuel, so at least they're getting resources, and they're getting mid. So once again, with the left points under Allied control, they'll continue to put pressure on the Germans, and the Germans should be relatively fine, at least army-wise. Waits definitely needs to recrew his stuff, but looks like he's building a bunker to heal, and we have a medical here. So it looks like a half-track as well. We're not going to see a mechanized force, which is a little off. I think that might go better with this doctrine, but we'll have to see what he does. Again, he could just be focusing on trying to heal his troops. Not a bad idea. Very important. It's not like the medical is going to heavily delay something. The fuel and manpower overall is not huge. Manpower more. It's only about 25 fuel. So it's about a minute delay if you really want to put into it for getting like a mechanized building. But Allies taking a huge chunk of territory. Axis though cutting off resources on the left, so good cutoff. But looks like Allies. Hold on, they're trying to reconnect it as well. They're getting this point back. They just need. Well, they're not getting anything over here, but you know, at least they got another point to kind of reconnect things and gain some additional resources that were lost. But anyway, Volk squads are nicely defending. I guess he's waiting for additional reinforcements before he moves in. Fortunately, the Allies are pressing in mid. This MG just walked into the wrong firefight. They're like, yeah, no, I'm not going there. Pull on back. They're right now under fire from riflemen, though a big old blob coming on in. We have no grenades, so don't expect a hero grenade that squad wipes all of them. No, that's not going to be the case. Allied forces will probably might grab the fuel. It's going to be close. No, it's not. So close yet so far. We got a shot from the universal carrier. Oh my god. He's in the hedgerows. There's a German tied to the WAP saying, I got him, shoot him, I'm trying to slow him down for you. What are you doing, Rakan Werfer? Shoot him, I'm trying to slow him down. Oh, he's still attached. Oh, he's out of control. And now you have a British soldier lying next to him. It's like, I got you. See, it's like, you're still gonna die. But anyway, nice job. Volk squad's going to decommission that for fuel. And get some resources out of it. Assault Grenadiers as well, pushing in mid. Not much stopping them. British infantry moving on in. I have changed a little bit. If you're... Brens are fantastic, especially like not positioning. But if they throw us, you know, grenades, that could be a big issue. Especially because... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't have munitions. Never mind. If you're going to be on the assault... is what you probably want to move over to cover so you get fast fire rate. Oh, no overrun! Oh no, don't tell. Oh, he lost it. Damn. That's a big loss. But what I've learned is, at least from helping Hans and a few others, it's preferable to not upgrade with Brens if you're launching, moving the British infantry from point to point. If you're holding down a single position and cover, Brens are the way to go, at least for firepower wise. Anyway, big old group of infantry moving on in through mid. Minesweepers as well, so at least they're keeping an eye out for any sort of explosive charges that can be placed across the battlefield. Allied forces do have a small contingent coming on in, and American forces coming in with bars. Not too shabby. They should be able, especially if they get behind those logs and stuff, be able to hold that position. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Panzer Grenadiers are charging, but they're taking heavy hits from those bars. Additional riflemen coming on in, up to Barency 2. Grenade being thrown now, so we did get the upgrade. Grenades being thrown back, but looks like most of them are... They do a little health damage, but no model damage. Assault officer trying to get an additional kill on the assault grenadier, and looks like they won't be able to. But grenade could kill. Oh my god, fantastic gammon bomb, or light gammon bomb on target, annihilating that unit. Alrighty, 5 kills. Hot damn. Very good job right there. Anyway, American forces still putting up pressure. Germans going to need something additional. And what is that? Well, that's a 2-2-2 coming up to the front. We also have a half-track being deployed by the Americans, so they will have their own counter. But also we do have the Rakan Werfer back at base getting heals. So if they do move up the half-track, and it does come up in a nick of time. Also, focus fire. Nice kill on the Volk squads. Wow, he lost 2 Volk squads in that. He might lose a third if he doesn't get out. Look, that infantry is very, very close. And that Volk squad is very, very low. Oh, no. Okay, he's running. He's very low. Alright, he should be able to escape. Anyway, MG are protecting the 223. At least has additional armor, so it should be fine. Putting that suppression in place. Universal Carrier coming on in. Hopefully to burn away the MG. Nope. 223 is still keeping him back. Assault Grenadier is about to throw the grenades against the blob. Unfortunately, aiming where they were, not where they were going. Sorry, that's one of my favorite lines at Team 4-Star, Dragon Ball Z Abridged. But anyway, point of the matter is, Allies are back in force in mid, and Germans have a ragtag group of forces to hold them back. If they get armor-piercing rounds, that might help a lot. They could activate it. That could kill a lot of this armor right now. MG, come on. Luckily, this infantry right in front of the MG is focusing elsewhere, which is, I guess, the plus. Armor-piercing rounds, come on, you can do it. Do it. Yes. Hold on. We're about to see it, boys. All right, it's opening fire on a lot of the infantry. Hit. There we go. It's hitting the half-track right now. Half-track blindsided by the MG. And it barely makes it out alive, but still, that forced it back. And a lot of the allied forces are still being suppressed and falling back. There is a Beaufort now in mid, which will stop an Axis push. Or like a light contingent from really taking anything. So good job on at least the British side of like pushing, but having a reserve force or something to hold the line. Because a lot of times in battles, you'll see a force will push, but then because their forces took so much damage, they have to retreat. And that leaves like a tiny force left. And then, of course, since they pushed into enemy territory, the enemy is going to come back faster, typically. And because of that, that force is then pushed back. At least here, the Allies are like, okay, we'll advance with our force, but we'll make sure there's something down to make sure they can hold the line for future combat scenarios, or so, in case something else comes up. Assault Grenadiers coming on in. Looks like they're going to be okay. Echelon as well coming on in. Looks like Pioneers going on the left. Population-wise, Allies still doing very well, easily beating the Germans. So good job there. VP point-wise, they're also have both points putting that pressure, but it's still pretty close. Like, each side has done a really good job at least watching the VPs. Panzer Headquarters has been deployed. Interesting location, but I guess trying to watch a flank just in case that doesn't happen. It is a bit farther from the enemy base. Great shot on the Universal Carrier, blowing it up to Kingdom Come. When you have something with a giant flank tank, there's a small possibility it could go boom. So watch out for that. Anyway, MG up to Veteran C3. Awesome work there. We have the AT gun opening fire on the Beaufort. So far, doing a minuscule amount of damage, not too much. British, by the way, have upgraded to their tier, let's see, tier 2 base, aka the company command post. So this way they can get some additional armor. Hopefully, we could see maybe, okay, hold on. What is the Americans going? They have the major, right? Oh, they don't have a major. They haven't yet to deploy. Okay. So if he wants to be the first one with a tank, a Cromwell could be good. And then maybe the American goes with like a Jackson or something. The Germans are, again, we have a tier. Oh, he could get a Panzer IV. Why aren't you getting a Panzer IV? I'm actually curious on that. Is he waiting for the next base, the Heavy Panzer Corps? No, he's not doing anything there. So kind of curious. Beaufort taking a lot of fire, and there's really not much stopping him. I'm kind of waiting for something to come on to assist. Luckily, half-track is at least stopping the Assault Grenadiers from taking the point. Pioneer's going to go hide in the building. Okay. Sure. I guess they're just going to wait here until the enemy passes them by again, then retake the point. Nice Gammon bomb onto the bunker. Doesn't kill the infantry, though. A little further. Or got caught. But anyway, the case may be, at least it's damaged. So they'll have to repair it. Or they can just stop it and get the little manpower they get back. So there's that. Volk squad's moving on in. At the very least, they still have the point. Like I said, the Beaufort's now taking a bit more damage because they haven't had anything to come up and deal with it. Also, this thing is slowly getting veterancy. He can't brace, by the way, because he already braced. There has not been enough time. Luckily, he missed. Beaufort trying to shoot, unable to really hit target. He is very low on overall health. Come on, neutralize the Beaufort. Oh, he missed. Oh, American infantry coming on in. Panzer Grenadier as well, coming in for the PanzerShreks. He focuses on the Beaufort and does manage to kill it. American force, though, coming on in. Throws a model grenade on him. Gets a good model hit and some health damage. Not a swipe by any stretch of the imagination, but at least some damage. You know, at least you're inflicting casualties. Speaking of which, Gadukaz is currently going with Urban Assault. So hopefully we see some Calliope action really hit the enemy forces. We've seen these guys blob a little bit. So if the Axis continue to blob, that could be really detrimental. Man, 223 with 6 kills, Barency 2. I'm surprised he actually didn't give chase over there. But it looks like he's doing it now, but I think the MG bunkers should be able to hold him back. Half-track as well, pushing back more Assault Grenadiers. Is there any mines anywhere? You got some cheap, like, unfinished stuff. You're trying to shoot him. I don't know why you're charging. There's this random guy over here. It's just like, hello, I'm going to charge right into you and die. Okay. The rest of the squad is over here. So is that man like running over me like, hey, I want to join your side. And the Pioneer's like, okay. And I immediately shoot him in the face. Like, wonderful. Especially because he had the Minesweeper. So he's not going to shoot. Half-track coming in to put into those Pioneers. Anyway, Assault Grenadiers pushing on in. Howitzer's been on the field, so that's going to do some damage. And again, I should point out that the Allies do have AT, so if the Germans do bring up some medium armor of any type, they should at least have something. Though, I will say that this 223 has been able to maneuver around quite effectively. Centaur on the field, interesting choice. Centaur's better against planes and infantry, so it could be the fact they see that as a bigger threat. Makes sense. If they really want to focus on something along those lines, great. Hopefully they can inflict that pressure and just keep wearing down that infantry. But it's curious to see, because right now they also have another anti-air gun. So it could just be I'm not saying too much, but especially on this map, it's not like that anti-air gun's range is like a one-sided map to the other. Like if you're looking at like steps, yeah, you're going to need multiple anti-air guns to cover like your entire side because just so much territory. But on this, it's a little bit smaller, so I'm unsure about that. And then also, like, you already have an anti-air gun against the infantry. Maybe a tank would do something like Cromwell to fight off this Panzer IV. But again, this is a better variation of the Panzer IV, so the Cromwell would have a bit, a little more difficulty with it. So we'll see. We'll see what he does with the Centaur. Already, he's pushed back the Sturm squad, so already got off to a good start. I just like to bring this up in case anyone's wondering, like, Greyshot, why are you nitpicking? I'm not. I just like to explain decisions and choices. Like, for example, with Waits going with this Panzer IV, which is, by the way, the better variation, which is good, because you always want to, if you can, get the best variation you can, because that way you can survive and take a few more hits. But the reason I say it's like, okay, options, like, okay, if he's going with this, then we're probably going to see Summers probably save up for something bigger. And that's exactly what we see. We see him save up for the Panzer IV. And not Panzer IV, the Panther. And the reason why that's a good move is because, as we see with the Allies, they have no major form of, like, a tank destroyer or anything like that. Montan could theoretically do it. Also, Cromwell running for its damn life. Maybe extending a bit too much. AT gun is where exactly? It is retreating. Okay, so that's not going to finish the job. Drop smoke. They're trying to get in for a Panzerfaust. He gets in the building. Captain opening fire with the Centaur. They might be able to... Oh my god, he's on the one model. Great job right there. Oh my god, great kill. Again, just expecting, like, we'll charge into a small area, and the American forces are hiding inside the building and just lighting them up. Yeah, great work. But, again, good choke point right there. At the very least, I'll say the Germans have 2 VPs, so at least they're not losing that war. At least they're gaining something. Resource-wise, the Allies and Axis are both a little bit iffy. But now they're doing a little bit better because they're both grabbing each other's munition points that both of each side decapped around the same time. Captain, really risky just trying to stay there. Yeah, might die to this Panzer IV. Gonna be very close. We have a Panther as well taking a shot, but he missed. And yeah, he's gonna back on up. We only have one? No, we have 2 AT guns. So, okay, so Garukas at least identifies there is a problem here. We have a current issue, and that is lack of AT. We'll get a second AT gun to hold up the line. I'm also seeing a major problem, because on that note, I'm like, oh, okay, is he about to get a major? He is yet to get a major, which is weird, because they have the resources for it. By a mile. He has 1,000 manpower. My god. Speaking of which, Panther decrews the Centaur. We have a, again, if you see here, Panzer Commander, so artillery's about to hit that position. Might kill the AT gun if they're lucky. Does manage to kill it, so the British will not have, well, they'll lack the long-range AT to finish off that unit. Well, never mind. They bring up a new one. They're like, we got this. But, yeah. Hopefully they get the Centaur back. Looks like they have it. They could undergo repairs. So, yeah, I think they'll be relatively fine. Germans might charge it, but unsure if they know if it's decrew. I'm assuming if they're paying attention, they would. Also, what the hell? British infantry section going in deep and dying. Great job. Panther, though, revealed if they can call in something. Calliope could go into work there. Also, good decap, by the way. Panzer Grenadiers, Assault Grenadiers cutting off this point. And because this other point's cut off, the fuel's cut off. So the Allies are really low on resources right now. Nice fighting position, suppressing the assault grenadiers. So at least right now, because they took the right-hand side into the far left-hand side, the VPs are now in the Allies' favor. Although I highly doubt the Germans will find any trouble recapturing it. Can we get a kill with the Panzer Grenadiers? Can we get a kill with the Riflemen? Nope, Panzer Grenadiers the one that loses it. Damn, that's a good AT unit to lose. But anyway, Panzer IV moving on in, hopefully keep back the American forces. Calliope dangerously close to the front. Luckily, there's a there's an M1 AT gun currently firing on his position, trying to drive him back. Hopefully he manages to succeed with it, because, yeah, he needs some support. Oh, there we go. Double AT are now opening fire on that Panzer IV, driving him back quite effectively. And, yeah, he's going to fall back quite a bit. Weirdly enough, the Germans, at the very least, because of the lack of infantry by Summits Judex, he's not capturing the points. Right now, the Allies doing pretty well. Not because the Germans are lacking the firepower to hold on to that defense, and they're like, okay, let's not strip the lines. Just they don't have enough men to go back there or to capture those positions because they're so desperately trying to hold the front. Okay, now we're seeing an issue. So what we're seeing is a Calliope done in mass. We've yet to see a major, as far as I know. Yeah, we've yet to see a major. So he is entirely going with Calliopes. First, again, good job making that survive. And also good job of okay, we'll just use Royal Engineers. We don't want to use this because they don't want to waste the munitions. I could see that. But yeah, so it's weird. We're seeing Calliopes in action more so than anything else. Panther, luckily the double AT will provide support. Smoke being dropped. Panther, hopefully getting the hell out of there. AT gun might take a shot. Good kill. Panther moving on in on the half track, but there's he drops the artillery ability right there. Missed a shot on the Calliope. AT gun's opening fire, but the 6-pounder's gonna live barely. I don't know how it lived, but it did. AT gun shots are pushing the Panther back. Good shots across the board. And yeah, they are driven back. Panzer IV, by the way, is healed. And Assault Grenadiers, by the way, 22 kills on one of them. Best British is, I think it's 12? Yeah, it's 12. Gadukas is with 17. Hot damn. He's doing very well. Again, good job on his infantry. Gotta give it up for the American infantry. He's keeping them alive, keeping them well positioned, and you know what? Upgraded them fully. So, excellent work. And they're doing exactly what they need to. And I think the proof is in the pudding, at least with Summis, as he had to redeploy a bunch of recruits and upgrade them just to keep the fight going. Luckily, those recruits are almost forgotten, so I mean, they're new, but they're quite powerful. And they're probably easily going to shred this British infantry section if he's not careful. Anyway, Centaur opening fire, and the Panzer IV is like, wait a second. Didn't my ally kill you? And he's like, yes, I have returned. Anyway, large group of infantry section, god damn it. Riflemen coming in along the to hit the assault grenadiers. Infantry section holding the front. They're grouped up though. We could see a good grenade. Okay, wrong party. I was expecting it from the assault grenadiers, not the American infantry. But yeah, American forces shredding the Germans. Might get a kill on the assault grenadiers. It's gonna be close, but looks like the assault grenadiers will make it out in one piece. So good work there. They made it out, they're A-okay, and made it back to base. Volks and Noble Sudan, it looks like they might put some shots on the American infantry. MG as well, opening fire. And, oh wait, Sturmtiger? Oh, no. Oh! Alrighty then. American infantry, couldn't get the kill on the assault grenadiers. So the Germans like, fine, I'll end it. And yeah, he got like 8 kills with it, but that ended 2 American squads. So good thing man, people are gonna be like, Greyshot, you cheek so many things. Okay, I wasn't expecting the Sturmtiger just one-shot them. I was like, oh, he's gonna miss because he aimed here. Nope, he aimed high. He aimed high, and he nailed it. Also, we have a Tiger Ace on the field. This might be a situation where a lack of tank destroyers are gonna start screwing over the Allies. Although Calliopes will probably start screwing these guys over. Oh my god, also done blowing the Kingdom Come, and well, yep, they're very low on health, barely managed to survive. We're also missing an RGM, everyone, so if you could find it, that would be great. If you do find it, leave it down in the comment where you found it at, because you know it really helps out, because sometimes it just goes missing in the game. So if you guys find it, that'll be great. Anyway, Tiger Ace putting pressure on both the British Americans. Luckily there is a AT. Oh, there's 2 AT guns here, so the Tiger Ace is gonna have some issue. Great shot right there. Pushing Tiger Ace back, though not taking as much damage for all that AT fire. Never mind, that did a little better. He has a lot of infantry right here. Calliope would be needed to really hit that. Garukas is, well, he lost half his frontline force. He still has a decent army. Same thing with Montanus, but with Waits and with Sumus Judex going with a, well, getting their heavy armor out, respectively, with the Sturmtiger now operationally able to fire, and the Tiger Ace. Yeah, that's not a good day. AVRE now coming on. Oh my god, we got AVRE for... Yes. Oh, can we get an AVRE versus Sturmtiger, please? Oh my... Wait, come on, AVRE. You know where to hit. You know where to hit. You know where to hit. Aw. Okay, that was a decent hit. I'll give you that. At least you almost killed the Panzer Grenadier squad, though. Come on. There's a perfect target right here for you. Just saying. I'm just wanting to point that out. Anyway, Calliope opening fire. Somewhere. I'm actually... Oh, they hit that point and pushed the infantry back. No kills. He still has 3 assault grenadiers. I want to say that's normal. Tiger Ace now moving on in. Still Calliopes with more AT guns. Or, yeah, they're all M1s. Centaur as well, coming on up. Assuming to help the American force. The lack of tank destroyers in this game right now is the big, like, I don't think this is gonna go well. I truly don't. That's like my biggest that's my biggest grievance with this game. But American forces will grab that. They did lose a little bit of their VPs. AVRE coming on in. Where's the Sturmtiger? Oh, he's in mid, killing the AT guns in mass. AVRE firing on Tiger Ace, maybe? Alright, aim where he's going, not where he is. And he doesn't fire a shot, and he takes a lot of damage doing all that. Meanwhile, the Axis have broken through mid, killed multiple AT guns through either direct fire or RD fire, I can tell. And the half-track's also dead. So, oof. They got 3 kills with that. So, yeah, the Sturmtiger blasted one of the AT guns down. So, yeah, allies. A Firefly, tank to Jackson. That might be a good idea. Because right now, you're going to need to bring out something to fire at this long range. And I'm not seeing it. The British forces going where the armor isn't, at the very least, making some headway. The Opal Sedan and Volk squads definitely giving him a run for his money. He's going to lose this unit if he doesn't retreat now. Infantry section coming on in. Oh, super low. Luckily, oh, Opal Sedan got him. Damn. Alright, good shot, good shot. Meanwhile, we got a Panzer IV, also some tank traps. So it looks like he was trying to block this, and yeah, that didn't work out so well. Probably because I'm assuming because of the blast charge, they just threw a satchel down, I assume. And that kind of blew things up. Maybe? Maybe? You know, just throwing out suggestions on why certain things happened. But anyway, we still have a decent amount of AT by the American player. If they can, okay, if this can, like, take a shot, stun the armor, and then the AT guns can finish it off, that might help. Oh, nice shot with something over here. Was that a major? Did he get a major? Yeah, he did. He actually got a major. Okay. Smoke would have been sooner, or better, a little bit sooner. But at least they have mid. Barely. You probably want to retreat that major. That's incredibly risky to send it in with so low health to grab it. But yeah, Allies not doing great with resources. Feels a little better, but everything else, like munitions, manpower, it looks like the Germans have a little bit more. Population, they have a bit more. So they really need to deliver on those hits. Calliopes, by the way, really not. They only have 3 kills after so many barrages, so they need to do better with those strikes. In my humble opinion, I think if he's going heavy Calliope, he's going to need to cheat. Like, the reason why you do a heavy Calliope or something like that, I'm assuming, at least I've seen 2v2s, is really just to knock out enemy blobs and hit the enemy base, if possible, when they retreat. Well, so far the Calliopes haven't done that, but hopefully I just jinxed it so that way they get some kills. And by God, they did. That's a good strike. Oh my God. Well, Sturmtiger and AVRE firing at each other. Unfortunately, did nothing to the AVRE. AVRE is shrugging it off right now. I'm probably going to go in for some payback. No, Panzer IV. What the hell? That was a hell of a delayed shot. AVRE backing on up. Great shots by the AT guns. That Panzer IV is a goner. Yep. We have a Tiger Ace and Assault Grenadiers moving in. Oh my, that's where the AVRE would have been perfect to hit this. Anyway, Tiger Ace putting on pressure. Assault Grenadiers making quick work of the AT, which is allowing the Panther to move on in. AVRE, yeah, you're going to need like another 14 seconds. Luckily, he missed. American forces coming on in, but they don't have enough. Calliope's just chilling back. AT guns lining up shots on the Panther. Get some good shots. AVRE needs to fire at this, or maybe it doesn't need to. Artillery coming in from the Panther. And now they're firing on all the Calliopes, and oh, Jesus, this is a complete breakdown of the Allied lines. AT grenade at least stuns the Panther. This would be a great time for a Jackson or something to come on in, but luckily one AT gun still in the fight. Howitzer is being recrewed. Why a fucking howitzer? Like, seriously, why? I mean, good shots there, but think about an AT gun on this. That probably might have, well, might not have, but it could have killed it if they can keep range and just keep firing. No, they don't have the infantry support. At the very least, the British took the right, but they took so many losses in that fight. I mean, to be fair, at least a lot of the vehicles, the support crew can be recrewed. Panzerwerfer, though, coming on in. I'm going to assume stopping that in its tracks, and does stop the recapture of that howitzer. AT gun, though, are all grouped up. We have something that crippled the Centaur over there. And yeah, the Tiger just chilling. I guess to making sure all the AT guns are dead. Not a bad idea. British forces trying to push on in, but once again, the Panzer headquarters just shredding them. Alright, and Sturmtiger looks like got a handful of kills right there. Off something. So, good job on hitting that British force along the side. He's reloading right now. Up to Vanity too, so he's been doing a lot of work. He's been doing a hell of a lot of work. Anyway, let's see. Tiger still relatively fine. He's up to Vanity 2 with 8 kills. Let's see. 27 kills for the Assault Grenadiers. MG, Vet 3 still. Again, doing pretty well for himself. Judas has probably not been great with his infantry. His armor's been a lot better. This Panther has killed, honestly, a lot of AT guns in the meantime, which, hey, good for him. Garuka's, some of his American forces have been doing really well. The problem is that Sturmtiger just ruined his day. Luckily, AT guns are moving on in to hit the Tiger and force it back. Monten is assault officer. He is at 13 kills. He's finally getting a Firefly. By God. Look, I'm not saying the Centaur is not important, or the AVRE is not important, but I think you needed something to really deal damage against armor. Same thing with the American. I'm surprised we have not seen a Jackson on the field, a proper tank destroyer. But yeah, Volk squad's, oh my God, being lit upon, but oh look, Panther support coming on in. And yeah, oh my God, Sturmtiger following right behind. Firefly has been deployed and looks like it's making its way to support. Panzerfaust is going to cripple that Centaur. Sturmtiger might move in for the kill, but I think he's going to let the Panther get it. Big battle going on in the distance. Love it. Artillery, though, firing on that point. Oh, this is what they needed. One squad down. Can we get two? Can we get two? Can we get... Come on, Captain. Finish him off. Dang it. Still lives. Still freaking lives. But yeah, that would be kind of huge if they can kill that squad. Or two squads, because that would kind of bring Watts down to, Garuka's level. At least in losing a lot of his frontline forces. He would be down to 2, and yeah, that would even things out. They would just need to have something with the armor. Now, I will say, at the very least, he did lose the Panzer IV, but it looks like he had a new one coming on in. Firefly with rockets available, but he has no munitions for rockets because he doesn't have the resources. It's stunned. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Looks like this got recreated. I'm assuming the Panther did that? Maybe? Anyway, Panzerwerfer probably, actually. Super low. Firefly trying to get the kill. Bounces off the front armor. Tiger backing on up. Returns fire. Doesn't do a whole lot. Firefly one shot away from killing it. Up. Hold on. He might be able to finish it. Come on, Firefly. You can do it. Comeback starts now. And it's I would say this as all the other armors over here. So, oh my God, he's backing on up. Nice shot. I love how he's using the Pioneers to get sight. He doesn't have any infantry, so he can't see himself. Ooh, and Firefly has to retreat with that barely alive Tiger Ace. This is where, actually, hold on. Calliope, can you fire? You're about to fire. Move up the Calliope or something and kill that. Also, Panzer IV is moving in. It's about to be a Jackson. Probably not the battle wanted to fight early on. Oh, AVRE's hanging up the hill. He's going to go deal with it. Oh, dude, he could absolutely wreck this thing. Actually, you probably should run if I were you, Tiger Ace. Anyway, Jackson taking some shots from the Panzer IV. But Panzer IV being driven back. Calliope coming in on the Vet 3 MG. Oh, Panzer IV coming in close. Oh my god, it doesn't do as much as I wanted, and the MG still dies, so overall win. AVRE taking a shot. He misses! You hit the back of the Tiger. Didn't even kill the engineers here, which by the way, some of them are outside the bounds. But whatever, I guess. Why is he not healed? Oh my god, did he get bugged? I think he got bugged. I think he got pushed out of the map. Oh wait, is he back in? No, he's back in. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Sturmtiger, though, wrecking house against the American player. Killing, I believe, one of his newer squads and also damaging... sorry, killing his one of his older squads and barely keeping the newer one alive. Holy mackerel. But, yeah, Firefly coming on in for the final shot because the... well, AVRE fucked up, and it ends up dying in the meantime. You had one shot with AVRE, and you missed. You missed. Anyway, Volk squads, again, with backed up by Soldado and moving in two different directions. Vickers could suppress, but as long as he separates his men, he should be fine. And we still have a support gun. Not a lot of kills, but hey, it will definitely help out killing the support equipment. There's still double AT on the front to hold back the lines, and playback is over. I'm assuming they just... Oh, victory points. I didn't even realize it was that low. Yeah, it's 0. Alrighty. Good work there. By the way, good work to Sumas Judix for submitting this replay. Fantastic work. Really like your Sturmtiger. That absolutely helped turn the tide because he knocked out the infantry. Calliopes did a bit of work, though definitely lost one during that initial push, and the other one did a little better, but couldn't make up for things. Watts, you had really good infantry, and your Tiger Ace was pretty on point. You almost lost it, but luckily the British fell on their face. Yeah, and also, like, while you had good infantry USF, you need tank destroyers. You need some armor. But yeah, this is a clear example of the Allies doing very well, but I think like they tripped and fell when they both thought, yes, let's get anti-infantry, and they just solely kept relying on that in artillery, and they're like, do we have a Sherman? Do we or do we have a specifically a tank destroyer? No? We'll just get a line of AT. What's that? They're using the Panzer Commander to bomb all of our AT to submission in the Sturmtiger? This could be a problem. Yeah, it was. But overall, still a good game. I think that's a great example of why tank destroyers are important, why you can't just solely rely on AT guns, or even if you space them out, the Axis were still able to neutralize them pretty quickly. Don't blob, because again, both sides got hit with artillery strikes, neutralizer blobs. But yeah, that's my thoughts. What do you think? Leave it down in the comments down below. And like I said, if you find that missing item, really, let me down in the comment down below where you found it and where it went. So anyway, this has been Greyshot17. I'll see all of you next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Milam, Joey G240, Anton, Bishara, Ion, PyroShark, Ace, and Jakub Ocwieja. Seriously guys, thank you so much for your amazing support, especially over the past month. Been through a lot of personal hurdles, but you guys make it a little easier knowing that you guys support me. And same thing with the patrons down below. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see all of you next time.